What's up everybody, hello and welcome to Age of Empires Online, the game you probably never played or heard of. I played it a lot back in the days as a huge Age of Empires fan, and it was fantastic actually. It was better than its reputation. It went offline again in 2014 and there is a fan project which is called Project Celeste, and with that you can download, install and play the game completely for free with all the functionalities available. So if you're interested in that, have a look at the video description. There you'll find the page with all the instructions, and we are going to start, well, a new campaign. First of all, what we're doing is we're clicking on play, so there are servers still. That is the fan servers that we can use for this one. First of all, we have to choose, well, one of the factions that we have: the Greek, the Egyptians, the Persians, the Norse and the Babylonian and the Celtic. And in this case here we're going with the Greek. Let's create them. Of course, we still have to type a name for the capital city, and let's just take Athens, or Athens. And with this, let's skip the tutorial, we don't need that. Or, well, with the tutorial we start at level 3, and I usually like to start at level 1, so let's create this one here. And with that, we have created them. As you can see, it's level 1, so we could now create the other ones as well. You know, we can just switch to this one. This would then start at level 1. The Babylonians, they would then be starting at level 1. So you can play the campaign on this from the site of those factions if you want to, from 1 to I don't know where, however, on how often you want to. So that's pretty cool. Lots of gameplay there, and let's start the game. And here we are. Now Project Celeste proudly presents the Romans. They're coming as well in 2020. I'm looking forward to that, I know. And congratulations on starting your first empire. Your humble capital city will one day be the jewel of the world. Let's begin the quest. And with that, we start a new quest. Like in this case here, this is Age of Empires, but online you have quests, you have missions, you have dailies, you have, of course you can play against others. You have a very cute comic graphic that I enjoy quite a lot. And my first enemy, Blessed Zeus, you finally arrived. The nearby outpost has come under attack from a group of raiding clubmen. As your village elder, I advise you to defend the outpost and show the citizens of Greece that they are safe to settle new lands. Let's choose my soldiers. So of course at the moment, as we can see, we only have those soldiers. We don't have a city yet and stuff like that, so we need to go for that first. And well, there we got the first enemies. And as you can see, it's looking rather like Age of Empires. It plays like Age of Empires. The only thing is that now we do have these quests. For example, let's kill 8 clubmen and discover 2 treasures. And there's quite a battle here going on. Something happened with that village here. The first enemy, I don't know who we are here. I think there are hero units as well. And with that case, this one, that is 7, and then number 8. And as you can see, we are also getting experience points. That's because with our capital Athens here, we do have level 1. And that means that we can increase our rank and thus gain bonuses and stuff like that. Treasure discovered, 2 of them. So we need to search the map now for some treasures. There's the first one. You have discovered a treasure with the unit select, blah blah blah, and let's select this one. And there we got something. We can now open our inventory. That's right, we do have an inventory system, and it has some coin that we can use to sell it for 100 coin. And then we should find a second treasure. And then we found the second treasure. Let's collect it. Let's open it. And there we got a large bush planter. So with this one here, that's a decoration item for our hometown. And with that, let's get back to hometown. And we reached it by opening the map. There we have Athens, for example, that we are now, first enemy that we finished. There we have our capital. And here, for example, we would have then Sparta, which is the PvP area of Greece, that is. And of course, that would change with every civilization that we choose. Quest completed, and now we are in our capital. And in the capital, as we can see, it's looking rather basic at the moment, and our goal is here to, well, advance here and build a bigger capital, that is, of course. First of all, we do have some technology now, so we have a technology point that we can invest now in one of the 4 trees here. That would be the fighting, the melee fighting, the archery, the horse riding, and technology that is for ballistica and stuff like that. So in that case here, let's go with Oh, right, I see. We do have the points, but I still need to do some quests for open up those units there. There we have a quest though. And the first enemy object has been completed. You will earn a town center and the villagers.
Farewell.
And then we finished it.
Welcome.
With the outpost safe, the people need to be shown how to fend for themselves. As the saying goes, give the fish a man and the fish will be fed. That doesn't sound quite right. I remember now. Return to the outpost and get the people familiar with many ways they can gather food. That is the next one. So here we need to learn the traits of getting food. And then once again, click on the, not on this one here, but click on the map. And then we could go back again to where we have the quest. So if we have several quests, then we would have several objectives here. There, however, we still have something else, which is our merchant. And he actually has 3 quests for us. Let's have a look at them. Collect your gifts from Marcus Pollux. I must select the reward. Okay, we could have the special ability Magnificent Fury, special ability Heroic 8. Let's take the Heroic 8 there.
Good fortune.
That would be one. So as you can see, lots of quests. Then we have another one, Golden Hippocon, that we would get with this one here.
Let's make a deal.
And collect your blueprint. So that is some bonus blueprints that we received here now. And we do have some additional ones. So this one here is repeatable and we need a golden ticket to collect.
You'll be back. Do I have a deal for you?
And here we have 2 more quests. So this one, visit Crete and talk to King Minos. That would be something. And then we have a skirmish. Visit Cyprus and talk to the skirmish commander to make skirmishes. So those are against AI opponents or other players. Now with that in mind, let's go back to the world map and let's go back to... As we can see here, we have now all the civilizations that we have. In that case here, we stay with the Greece because here we do have the quest food for the villagers. And let's begin this one. Alright, and here we are. First of all, what we need to do now here, as with the basic quests, is find some food resources. So that we found something that my people can use now. There we have some fish that I can send my people to. Let's send one to the fishing. And as we can see, this game really tries to, you know, merge the real-time strategy game of the Age of Empires with, food gathered, with MMO-style quests and stuff like that. And I gotta say that I really like it. So I really like how this works. There we have actually a bandit. We need to send our soldiers there to defeat him first. Of course, this is all rather basic in the beginning. But if you're interested, we'll just have more of this one here. Train villages. That is the next one. So we can now train some villages over here with the food that we gathered. There we have another bandit. Let's kill this one here first. We get the treasure. There we have it. And then down here we have another bandit that we can go with. Villagers trained. We still need deer herds. We still need to find those guys. There we kill now the second bandit. Down he is. Let's collect the treasure. There we have another bandit. So we found everything. We just need to train now 2 more villages. There's another treasure. And when we look at our inventory here, what we can see is that we do have all the other items here now. So as with MMORPGs, you also find items here by defeating enemy units, by doing quests or defeating bandits, and you can use those items then in battle, for example, you know, so for a bit of a support there from time to time and stuff like that. Adds a lot of strategic depth to it. Now in this one here we have finished the quest. We can now go back to the world map and return to the quest city. Back in our hometown, there's the old man again. Let's talk to him. Full bellies and a swelling population. Excellent work. You're well on your way to earning the trust and respect of the people. And with that, we get a house and scouts unit. Let's complete this one. And we have reached level 2 with that.
Welcome.
A great man once said that technology is first learned, then applied. Wait, I said that just then. Am I a great man? Anyway, this is the ideal time to test out your new storehouse. Return to the outpost and build a storehouse. Let's do that. And there we see the next interesting feature. So if you finish one of those quests here and you go back to the main capital, well, if you go back to the same place again, the village doesn't start from scratch. So it's just as you left it. And that's pretty cool. In this case here, we do actually get a new map, because this is a different one here. Now, how to build a structure? First of all, let's choose one of our villages here, and then let's choose the storehouse. And that's the one. And we need this one close to the berries there, obviously. So this is like Age of Empires. Let's also build a small house there. For this quest here, storehouse, we need to gather wood. And we need to train more villages there. Total population, that's with the house. And let's go for some chopping. And there our storehouse is coming up. And my villagers go for gathering the berries there right away. There we're chopping the wood now. And with my scout, well, I can just go out there and explore the world that we have around here. And I gotta say, this was really cool back in the days when it was always online with so many players and you can just play against them all the time, earn quests even with them, gathering some resources, using the items. That was a lot of fun and also quite new. It's a rather small map, as we can see. We can now train a few more villages here since we're gathering something. And we can use our soldiers to go over here to kill the bandit. So right now there's no real battle going on. There's some wild animals now, a bandit here. In that case, we just need to fulfill now these quests there. Let's kill the bandit, and the wolf is attacking us as well. Let's get rid of the wolf there. And then we have another treasure there at our disposal. Let's get my units back. As my town is growing, we have another storehouse down here now. Let's assign all of them to the woodworking there, some to the berries. So I just need one more wood, and that's how we did it. Quest completed. Of course, this is only a one-step quest so far. There are also, of course, then quests that go several steps in one map. So it isn't completed that quickly. But let's go back once again to our capital here, travel to the city. And back in the town, let's speak with the old man. Quest objective completed. We get the barracks and the spearmen, some new units now that we can use them. The word of the street is that the people are ready to fight for you, but they will need proper equipment to do so. Here's a blueprint for Gear Hall. Once placed in your capital city, it can be used to outfit your armies with weapons and armor. Right, so the Gear Hall is another item down here that we have in the inventory. So we need to click on it and then we can build it. Let's build it close to our city here, to our center that is. And here we now have the spearmen unlocked as one of our first interesting things. As we can see here, we have the milestones. These are our levels more or less. So when we reach the level 5, we get something here. Level 10, 20, 30, 40. There we have then the milestones unlocked. They grant us certain boni. We have the military points. That is something that we have unlocked now. For the economy, we could then choose go here with some points already investing. Here we still cannot do that. Still need to reach something higher there. So let's have something here. Hunting dogs, picker gloves, improves villager food gathering from berry bushes. Let's take this one there. And increases the villager health by 50%. Nah, shouldn't be that important. Let's accept. We cannot unspend that. We cannot return or, reverse that. Now we have the gear hall here. We can actually then equip items that we find in the quest and make our units permanently stronger. Be sure to check for gear in your stores you encounter while visiting other regions and players. And let's turn this one in. We actually get something out of this one here. So the Halva Silver breastplate. We can use that then, for example, on my spearman here. So this one has now health plus 12%. Of course, this also then depends on the rarity of the item. This is another soldier gear here, a helmet that does 1.2% more damage, for example. And here we have the novice engineer braces. That is something for the buildings that we have here. In that case here for the barracks we can use it. And the barracks cost me now 3.5% less, for example. Next quest. Oh, this isn't good. I have learned the identity of the group behind the attacks on outposts in the region. As I feared, it is the followers of Autolycus. Cowards, all of them, preying only upon the weak. Now is the time to strike back to show the people that you are the great leader they need and to guarantee a bright future for your empire. Right, we got a first enemy that we need to defeat. Let's go back to the world map, and here we have the quest eliminating a threat. And the cool thing is, once these quests get more complicated, you can then combine them to several objects on one map, for example, and stuff like that. I really love the concept, as you see. Alright, starting out again on an empty island. Let's have a look. We have our enemy up here. So we need to defeat them in this case. Let's scout ahead a bit. Let's start with some berry collecting and some wood collecting. And we need to scout ahead and have a look at our map there. I also really like the animations. There we got the enemy already. He's got a tower rather close to us. Some deer that we can hunt. Stone deposit. Very good. So this one, we don't really have that much space in that direction. Let's get some villages there. Oh, and yeah. This one's attacking actually. It's going all the way to us there. The same over here. There are actually some soldiers. So we are totally limited here now. They're attacking there as well. And over there. And I remember there are some really cool quests with tower defense and stuff like that, where you have to defend yourself against endless armies. That is pretty cool. We need to also gather some gold and stuff like that. Let's actually have a storehouse down here that we can build. And then we can go with the gold, the stone here, and the wood. There we have another one. My spearmen are there to protect me, but of course with those 3 spearmen I should not dare to attack this guard tower there. There we have the storehouse, so they're going now for it. Let's go with some gold here. They're chopping down the tree. There's some stone. Very good. And let's actually let them go for the berries there. We do need a bit more food. So everything like Age of Empires. After a bit of time, we have enough resources. Let's build us the barracks, where we can train the soldiers. And of course, population limit is at 25. So let's actually also build a house here to increase our population limit. Meanwhile, let's still recruit more villagers there as well. We still want to increase our production, especially also of gold, because the soldiers will cost us a bit of gold. And the online servers are working, so people are chatting there as well. Really cool. So it's like the game never went offline. Of course, everything is free now, so you no longer have to purchase for additional civilizations and stuff like that. Barracks are ready. Let's train some spearmen to start our army. Of course, we only have spearmen at the moment. We still need to research and unlock more units as we progress in the campaign. And after a bit of time and 2 barracks that we have here now, I can finally start my attack. So we got the 10 spearmen, and to make this a bit easier than it already is, let's just train a few more spearmen here. In that case, we got now 14 of those guys, and let's go. And they're also taking formation right away. I so love that system. And with that, let's be on the move here to the first guard tower, the watch post. And there we got a few enemies already. As you can see, for each enemy that we defeat, we also get a bit of experience points. The same counts for, I think, buildings. Yes. So we can then level up again and use against our enemies. There's another tower, but they don't shoot at us, so it's no big deal. We just really need to go in there and kill those guys here. And then for the villages, the massacre here. And I think once we've destroyed the wall lodge there, the game is over. Alright, so it seems we still need to destroy the other building, so let's do that. And the enemies have been defeated, thus only with destroying those buildings. That's it. We have finished all the quest objectives for this map. Let's go back to the capital of Athens. Your victory here sends a clear message to those who think the people are easy prey. After all, they're your people now. Let's turn in the quest there, get some items there as well for our scouts. Actually, 6.4 more health. We can turn it in, and we have thus also reached level 3. A new age. Congratulations, you have reached age 2, the bronze age. You now have access to more advanced technologies. This one here. So there we can now advance down here as well. Then in the military we have 6 points available actually. And we're pretty close to our first milestone then. Here, for example, we can now improve the spearman with 25% more damage. But those are researches, you know, so you need to research that. It's not available right from start. We've also unlocked now the archery range and the stables here. And for example, the spear we can increase. The same then with the economy so that we now have the docks available as well. With that, we could, for example, increase the time for the fishing boats to gather. Here, improve villager efficiency. We can also invest this one here. Stuff like that. So small improvements all across the board. There we have now 2 quests available.
Why, hello, my friend.
Meet the Persians. News from the east, the city of Tarsus, a crucial trade port in the lands of Mesopotamia, has sent word that they are seeking the aid of fine war captains. They speak of a threat to Persia and a conflict. We should travel there.
Okay. Well,
The same probably we should do with Sparta,
You see, why, hello.
with
Okay.
the Norse.
Welcome. Let's speak.
There's trouble news from the north. The drums of war have begun to beat in the lands of the Norse.
Hope to see you again.
I don't know if I should now help them or defeat them. Probably only help them for now. And congratulations, your strong and steady leadership has led us into a glorious new age. As your village elder, I advise you to select a variety of technologies. Right, let's do that. Unlock a Bronze Age technology at the palace and we would get the farm with this one. Of course, we have done this now and we can finish this quest here as well. And thus have unlocked the farm. Our people appreciate the work you have done, but we are missing a certain something. I wrote a Mycenaean trader hoping to fix this. Decoration, life and beauty. Alright, the reigning king of Mycenae is not the friendliest of rulers, but for now he will give you free passage. Visit the city of Messenia and offer to assist the Mycenaean trader.
Good fortune.
And that is something that is probably happening on the regional map. We also have the general store, so here I can sell then something like this one here, for example, that only grants us gold that we get for the sole purpose of gold. So that we don't congest my inventory there too much. And yeah, let's see how we actually do this. Let's go to the map again. And for that we will need to go to the regional map of Greece, and there we have then Mycenae. Let's click on that and we can now travel to that city as well, to other bigger capitals there that are not our own. And there we are on this one here. So there are also quests then available here from time to time. In this case here, it is recommended to have level 3. And I moved to Mycenae to make a living for my family in a small village on the coast. When I was passing through, I saw my home in flames. Bandits have destroyed it. Alright, so that is the goal that we have here now. Let's get out, and there we have the quest that we need to start. And I have a feeling that this quest gets a bit more difficult, or well, complex now. So we do have now ships available, docks then as well for us. Let's actually build a storehouse over here for the gold and the wood. Let's train some additional villages. And we need to repair now something as well. There we would have now our hometown that we need to repair. Or over here. Oh, over here. So for that, let's choose a villager and put it on repair. So this one is now repairing the town center. This is the first goal. Reach the next age is the next goal. Wood gathered, farms built, and family members rescued. So that is over here. There we have them. And for that, yeah, we can only go there by boat. So in this episode, we will, on this mission here, we will now have to build docks and a boat. And there will then need to be transport over there. There we actually already have a transporter. Do we even need to build docks? No, and we cannot do that. We cannot build the docks anyway, so we only the ship, but the ship we already have. So in that case, we just need to build up a thriving economy here first. And of course, let's scout ahead a bit as well here on my part. Perhaps we find something. Some treasures. Nope, only a wild animal. And there is also an enemy outpost. Definitely should get rid of them before they attack us. We need more wood. And once he is finished repairing with this one here, we can then build some houses there as well. Oh, actually, let's make her do it. And as you can see, we can also have building queues. So it's just the same as Age of Empires 2, I think, from the functionality. Only that we start to learn those things with quests. Another scout over here then. Actually, there is something, no, only some flowers there and a wild animal once again. But they don't follow too far. And if they are, well then we might as well just kill them. And after a little bit of time, we will now be able to reach the next age, the Bronze Age. Also, the buildings change there. And yeah, since those bushes here can't last forever, we need to build farms. And this cost me 100 wood each time. So let's build one farm here for this guy, one farm here, one farm here. And you can also build us a farm, once we have the wood, of course, that is. I do have a few villages up there. Farms built. Let's actually reassign one to the wood because we have so much gold. And yeah, what we also need is the barracks, of course, and the archery. So where we can then train some range units. Place-wise, we should be fine. But let's actually have them, those two guys here, build some more houses there for us. 2 more should be fine. And in that case, we can now train the spearman as we used to, or the hyperspist. So this is effective against the infantry itself. Let's train this one here, and then a few toxotes, as they're called, effective against infantry. Let's train a few of those guys here. And then we gather them at my ship there. So there's a new unit now, this guy here. He has 2 swords. And there's our archer unit that we finally have now. As we can see, training time is rather quick anyway. And we also have some upgrades here. So this one, line of sight 20% for that unit here. And I think improved spearman, training time. Damage of the spearman plus 25%. That's something we can definitely use. How many can we squeeze in here? Let's have a look. Okay, it seems like there's no limit on that. Unloading a transport, you have to unload it then with this one here, eject. Once we're close to another shore, that is. And yeah, it's a few units here. But I think with enough archers we should be fine, right? Yeah, we're now researching only. So let's get over there to the other side. And over here we can then unload all of them. We should be making quick progress, especially since we have so many ranged units now. And our only goal is not to destroy them, but to rescue the family members. That's exactly what we should be doing. Oh, that's going to be easy. Alright. There are the villages. Oh, there's also some treasure here that we should be going for. Right, getting close. So we have kind of like converted them now. Let's attack the bandit chief here. That is a boss unit. So he will take, oh yeah, a few more hits. Of course, no problem still. Let's take the treasure there with us. And with those guys here, we go now all the way back to our boat and rescue the townsfolk. While the ship with the townsfolk is on its way, let's see what we got from the bandit chief. So there we have the treasure. It's 30 chickens for 6 coin that we can sell. Thank you very much. There we have the villagers, and let's get them into a safe position there to finish this quest. That's it. We can now go back to the quest city. Back here, let's turn in the quest. We do get the vegetable garden as a decoration and the flower garden as a decoration. Oh, let's take the flower gardens, of course. With that, we have finished this, and we can now dig for the next quest. If you like this one, well, then we'll might continue and make a series out of this one. Stay tuned.